Thank you so much for joining us for our posture challenge this week. I hope you learned a little bit of tips, some suggestions on small ways that we can more easily work on something that all of us have worked on pretty much our whole lives anyway. So I hope it helps make it a little bit easier and you got some good suggestions. So I wanted to review some of the tips. What we're basically going for when we're in our posture sitting or standing, because they're going to be the same, is to avoid either tucking our bums too far back, too far forward, ribs too far up, or shoulders too far in. Those are basically the four things we're going to look for. So the number one way to correct all of them is to first start at the pelvis, bring that into a neutral with a little bit lower in the front than in the back. We have a small curve. Then watch what's happening to our rib cage when we do that. So if bringing the pelvis up doesn't automatically stack our rib cage on top of our pelvis, then we can then further adjust the rib cage usually in. A lot of us think, look how good my posture is because I'm up nice and straight, but that puts our center of gravity a little more toward the back and can strain the low spine and put the abdomen on tension to keep us from falling back. Then our abdomen isn't working the way it should. Our spine is a little more loaded, and who knows what's happening with our pelvis, depends on what we're doing there. So pelvis up, ribs in, relax your shoulders, and then if you need to, bring the head back in just a little bit. And then you can adjust how far forward and back you are to feel like your weight is equally centered. So you should feel rib cage is stacked on the pelvis, whether you're in sitting or standing, and in your neutral position should be fairly effortless. The reason we call it neutral is because it's literally balanced. It's not get in this position and never stay there. It should be the foundational position for all postures. So there's no good or bad posture. Neutral is the central posture, and the bad postures are the ones we can no longer, it's bad posture when we lose posture. So if we can no longer bring our shoulders back because we spend so much time in them forward, that's what's bad. So in a neutral, it provides a really great home base to have all the motions our spine and shoulders and pelvis should have. So we're going to be doing more of these throughout the year, on and off, different topics. If there's any topics you would like to know about, then make a comment or a suggestion, and we would be happy to do another challenge or a workshop or things that you're interested in. So I hope this has been helpful for you to start the new year, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.